Good afternoon, hello, it's Daniel. This is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Today's a double training day, running and the club chain gang, which I haven't been on this year yet, so slightly apprehensive about whether I can get around it or not tonight, but all depends on who's there, I suppose. Lunchtime run plan is just to run. Now, this is the first week that I've done 3 full runs, so 3 like 40 to 45 minute runs. Last week I did 2 45-minute runs and 1 that was like 20, so really gradually easing that volume up. Still only running 3 times in a week, and that's what I'll do for the time being. So provided I can get around here today, you know, without any dramas, that'll be a good little improvement. And then if I'm honest, I'm praying that I'm gonna have some sort of legs for the chain gang. I've got the crit bike back out, which is sort of nearly ready. The brakes are rubbing a bit annoyingly, but I'll try and sort out for tonight. And yeah, look forward to getting stuck into our summer club chain gang route. I thought I'd give you a brief swimming training update because I don't make videos in the pool. I don't really talk about my swimming. That's because there hasn't been a great deal going on. So for the last 3 weeks since I've been back training, I've only swam once per week at our Thursday night session. But I have actually noticed that I'm not a million miles off where I was pre-illness. I think it's more my fitness that has declined. So I'm fading towards the end of sessions rather than actually, like we did a fresh 400 metre time trial last night. I was only 10 seconds behind my PB. I know that's 2.5 seconds 100, but the last 100 was easy. I caught up the guy in the lane in front of me, and it's hard to tell whether the drafting benefit means I wouldn't have actually gone any faster. But either way, I was happy to be that close to it. And then we did some sprints at the end of the session, and I did a dive in. In my head it was amazing, visually probably not, but I did an 18 second 25 metres. I was really happy with that. I think it's a PB, so who knows. I'm going to take whatever positivity I can. So yeah, that's where my swimming's at. I am going to try and swim twice next week, but the honesty is, with me cycling so much, I'm just not prioritising it. The day that I do my own swim is normally a Monday, but because I've got a couple of bank holidays, I just haven't fitted it in on another day, because then I'd have to sacrifice another session or some area of life. So I've just let it slide. But next week that'll probably be the same actually, it's bank holiday Monday. But the week after that, I'll get back to my Monday swimming, maybe. Okay, run done and dusted. I'll leave the stats on screen. Pretty good for me, it was okay, feeling good. Only very mild hamstring pain, and the bigger issue today was I had to have a wild number 2. I don't think that's something I'll ever get rid of. It's just one of those things. Prepared for it, found a nice corner in a field, did my business, continued on with the run, job done. Was that 13 and a bit miles of run volume this week? I'll do. Just got to do that all in one day in 2 weeks time. But there you go. Right, afternoon at work. Try and get this bike sorted this evening, then get out on the chain gang. See you there. Okay, evening ride time. I've managed to piece the trek together. It's only actually the 3rd or 4th time I've ridden this bike, so when I get on it, it feels like a brand new bike, like I'm not used to it. I don't think there's many people out tonight, but we will see. Sometimes people don't shout up, but do turn up, so we'll see. And why are the clouds everywhere? Must be a sunny evening. Matlock come back tonight, which is our summer chain gang loop. It's the better loop really because it's an out and back. So if anybody does get dropped, me, you can just ease up and drop back on the way back, give it another go. So I might be employing that tactic if there are quite a few out and it's too hot. Anyway, let's get cracking. Now, I've been passed word that there are 2 record attempts this year for the longest triathlon. So, in response, James has come out of hibernation. Are you getting ready to smash it to 1,000 should somebody else take it?
Absolutely not.
What are your thoughts about 2 people attempting it this year?
I think it's good.
I think it's good as well.
I'm looking forward to seeing how they get on.
It gives it more credibility either way it goes, doesn't it? Whether they get it or not.
Yeah.
Wicked. And if they do get it, you've got all the kit already, so you're the one in the group that's got to give it another go. A few more out tonight than I thought there would be. That's good. I've got something to show you, Dean, as well. For some reason, my onboard camera didn't record a single thing, so the only footage I've got is from my GoPro mouth mount of James Saxby's backside, but that will do. So, tonight's ride was a ride of two halves. We started off as a group of 8 or 9 of us, I think there were. We started off working in a good little chain gang as normal, and I was feeling alright. And then Saxby dropped his chain, so Adam and I sort of eased up for him. The rest of the group continued riding because it is a drop ride. So, well, Saxby and I just sat on Adam's wheel the whole way to Mallock. Thanks for that, Adam, good work. But if I'm honest, it was really quite hard. And then we joined back onto the group because it's an out and back course. We just turned around a little bit before the end so we can jump back on, got back in with the group, and then we were working more as a conventional chain gang, so 8 or 9 riders pulling through, etc. I'm able to use a couple of sections of the course to, you know, look at what I've done in the past versus what I'm doing now, and I know that it's not going to be anywhere near as good as I have been, but it's good just to get a line in the sand and see where I'm at. So there's a little climb out of Cromford, and I've got 2 measures there. Can I hang on to the group, and how hard is it for me to hang on to the group? And secondly, what numbers am I doing out there? I hung on to the group by the skin of my teeth, but I think I did something like 410 or 420 watts for the minute, and you know, in the past I've been doing 550-ish for that section up there, and then it took me ages to recover afterwards, so I just know that I've got a bit of work to do on the top end. And then the finish of our chain gang finishes up a real draggy, I'm not even going to say it's a climb, I bet it's about 1 or 1.5%, it's just like a false flat, but it does wear you down because it is a few minutes long. I sat on the back for the whole way because my handlebars were rattled loose up that bit, and I couldn't even like hang on. I got dropped before the end of that, so I don't need a reality check. I've got enough reality checks. I'm, you know, working as hard as I can, but just reiterates that I don't have the legs required to do what I want to do this year, so I'm going to work on it. I'm keeping training hard, and I look forward to getting stuck in next week because hopefully it's only going to get better. When you do a lot of training on your own, it's easy to justify like poor or below average performance to yourself. When you're out with other people, it's a real good benchmark. I've got some work to do. I can't even hang on towards the end of the club chain gang. Come on.